Hey everyone, this is Henry, and I want to talk about the Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier fight that's coming up. And man, there's been so much drama surrounding this fight, and it's not just drama from Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier. It's also drama from fans of Jon Jones and fans of DC. It's funny because on one hand, you got people who genuinely like Jon Jones, like myself, and you got people who genuinely like DC. And then you got people that really hate Jon Jones, but are now fans of DC because they hope that he'll defeat Jon Jones and give them the satisfaction and pleasure of watching Jon Jones lose. So, with all the drama surrounding this fight, it's pretty much the most anticipated fight of 2014 right now. And to make things even more exciting, Jon Jones and DC just had a full-out brawl yesterday in the most unexpected way for the most unexpected reasons. And I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about this brawl for a second. I know I'm late talking about it, but in situations like this, I like to take my time with these videos and make sure that what I'm saying is not completely biased. So the first time that I saw the brawl, of course, I took Jon Jones' side because, well, I like the guy. But after watching that video a few more times, honestly, they both acted like children. Alright? They both overreacted to what the other person did. Now, what did Jon Jones do? Okay, what's the big thing that Jon Jones did? He put his head down, and maybe, just maybe, it might have pushed DC a little. But should that really be enough to make DC react the way that he did? I mean, the dude was literally whining because another dude's head touched his. Like, his head touched me, and I don't want to be touched. So I reacted. Like what? Like, really, Daniel? Really? That's really why you pushed Jon? Like, you honestly want me to believe that you pushed Jon strictly 100% because his head touched you? Because of something so petty? I mean, it's not because you just, I don't know, maybe love pushing people who get under your skin. I mean, now that I think about it, Patrick Cummins violently and viciously head-butted you too, and that's why you pushed him at your face-off, right? Oh wait, he didn't. You just pushed him because he annoyed you. Isn't that it, DC? Isn't that it? Like, come on. Like, DC made it seem like the main reason why he pushed Jon was because Jon's head might have pushed him a little. I mean, come on, DC. Like, Jon got under your skin. That's why you push him. That's why you pushed him, and because you like pushing people. And then Jon Jones. I mean, is that little push from DC, is that really grounds for a full-out brawl? I mean, really, Jon? I mean, as fun as and entertaining as that was to watch, come on. It really was as childish could get. The little head thing shouldn't have been enough to provoke DC to the point of pushing Jon. And the push by DC shouldn't have been enough to provoke Jon to the point of throwing punches. I mean, come on. But hey, this right here is what happens when you got two egotistical, self-deluded, proud cage fighters who are so puffed up with pride and full of ego. This is what happens when they collide. This is bound to happen. You got all these people saying that Jon is not humble. You got guys like saying that DC is humble. I mean, you guys really think Daniel Cormier is a humble guy? I mean, you understand what being humble means? You think a humble man would react the way DC reacted to that little head touch? A guy who's humble is modest, okay? He doesn't think high of himself. A guy who's humble doesn't think he's the shit. And for real, does DC act like a guy who doesn't think he's the shit? I mean, he was sitting there like, you know who I am? I am Daniel Cormier, and no man alive would dare touch my superior, wonderful face without getting a reaction. Like, really? And this whole entire beef with Jon Jones, I mean, how did it all come about? Because Jon says something about how he bets he can out-wrestle DC, and then DC gets all mad. Like, how dare you? You know who I am? I'm an Olympian. You shouldn't have said that. I mean, This dude is constantly walking around with a massive chip on his shoulder, and he's humble? No, guys, no. Daniel Cormier is not a humble guy, okay? He's not a humble guy, and guess what? Neither is Jon Jones. These fighters are not humble. You can't be humble and at the same time be a professional fighter. And I mean this because professional fighters have to have a mentality that they are better than you. Okay, and when you think you are better than someone at something, you're not humble, because that's not what being humble means. It's as simple as that. So, when it comes to the brawl, okay, Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier put on a massive show. I can't deny that. It was fun, it was entertaining, it was a massive show. But in doing that, they acted very immature. Okay, both of them, not just Jon Jones, not just DC, both of them. They both overreacted, and they really could have hurt someone. I mean, these are two very powerful martial artists throwing punches, brawling in the midst of casual fans, in the midst of people. They really could have hurt people. So if you're a fan of DC, or you just jumped on his dick because you hope he beats Jon Jones, look, DC is not humble. Okay, and I'm a Jon Jones fan, and I'll tell you right now that Jon Jones is one of the cockiest human beings alive. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because MMA is not a personality contest. This is not the Ultimate Personality Championship. This is not PPA, Perfect Personality Arts. This is MMA. It's the UFC. They are cage fighters. What they do is walk half naked into a cage and fight each other. Who cares if they're cocky? MMA fans act like little high school girls sometimes. Oh, let's see whose boyfriend is nicer. My boyfriend is not fake. He's real. He's humble. He's respected. Your boyfriend is fake and he's cocky and arrogant. I mean, who cares? As long as you respect their fighting ability, that's all that matters. Their ability to kick ass. It's as simple as that. Jon Jones is a very good fighter who fights and feeds and takes care of his family. You don't know the guy. You're not his friend. You don't hang out with Jon Jones. You do not know what Jon Jones does when he's not in the public out there. DC, the same thing. You don't know what Daniel Cormier does when he's not on camera, when he's not in the octagon. We don't know what these guys do. We really don't. So I don't know why we should really care much about their personality. Because guess what? When it's all said and done, years from now, 30, 40 years from now, when people look back and people are making documentaries about mixed martial arts and talking about the dominant, very dominant champions in MMA, and they're talking about guys like Jon Jones and DC and Anderson Silva and GSP and Cain Velasquez and Aldo, and they're talking about all these great fighters and, you know, Fedor and, you know, Randy Couture, and they're talking about all these guys. They're not going to be talking about their personality. That's not what's going to be priority. It's going to be about how dominant they were, how badass they were in the octagon. The same way that right now, what is most talked about when it comes to Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali is their fighting style. Very, very rarely do you hear people talking about their personality and what they did outside of the ring. It's mostly about what they did when they were performing. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Same thing with any performer, any entertainer, any sports athlete, any athlete at all. It's what they do when they're performing that's gonna matter at the end of the day. So we shouldn't all be so freaking all about personality, because it really doesn't matter that much. It really does not. But hey, that's my thoughts on the whole drama. The brawl, it made the fight more interesting, but it was ridiculous as well. All right, personally, I can't wait for this fight to happen, because I really want to see how Jon Jones handles DC, and if DC beats Jon Jones, I want to see how he does it. A lot of people are counting DC out. To an extent, I am. I don't really believe that he can defeat Jon Jones, but you know what? Either way, the fans are going to win with this one. And I'm still going to make a prediction video where I'm going to break down exactly what I think will happen in the fight, and where I'm going to give you guys very logical reasons why I don't think DC can defeat Jon Jones, why I think Jon Jones is the better fighter, and why I believe he's going to win the fight. I'm going to give you guys very logical, very reasonable reasons for that. Like I said, I think the fans are going to win with this one because this is going to be a great fight between two guys who, in my opinion, genuinely don't like each other. But that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think about the Jon Jones and DC drama. I'm talking about the whole drama from the beginning, from when it started, all the way down to the brawl and the words they've been exchanging and all that. And what do you think about the brawl? You know, were you entertained? Was it fun to watch? Do you think it was disrespectful? Do you think it was bad for the sport? Do you think it was good for the fight? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Be safe, and thanks for watching.